party, but she's really busy and I'm really busy. It was really hard to coordinate, and so she told me that the only time that she was going to have free in the next 2 weeks was when she was babysitting for her brother, and, I was game.
Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
It was cool, yeah. I mean, I love kids, and they're really nice kids. We had a great time.
You didn't have to spank any of them or put them on timeout? You didn't take over?
Just goes a dictator.
Did you guys just hang out, like at, you said it was her brother's kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys just hang out at his house, or did you actually go do something?
No, we hung out at his house. We went to the park at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
One, I don't know. As a new parent, I think it's a little strange to let whoever's babysitting your kids go on a date at the same time. I feel like maybe your attention wasn't totally focused in the right places, but hey, whatever. Did you connect with the children?
For sure, yeah. I'm great with kids.
Yeah, that is a weird question.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, did he have fun?
Did you have one-on-ones with the children?
I think the time was more about his date and not if he wants to become a stepfather to these kids.
I was wondering if his connection with the kids impressed the girl. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Did it? Did she seem impressed with how you were able to handle children? Okay, that sounds creepy. Okay, let's just forget about the kids for a second. How'd the date go?
It was great. Like, we went to the park. We made mac and cheese. I thought we were having a banging time.
Banging time.
And did everything seem okay on her behalf? Like, did you guys end up kissing or making out? Like, put the kids to bed?
Well, here's the thing, man. I mean, I told you we were making mac and cheese at one point and, like, laughing. The kids were in the next room watching a movie, and the whole thing was going so well, and I kind of got caught up in the moment. And I went in for a kiss, and she was not into it.
She denied you. How did she deny you? Did she shove you off and like call you a jerk, or was she like, I don't kiss on the first date, or hey, idiot, there's kids in the other room? How did that go down?
She just, she was cool about it. She sort of put her hand on my chest and, she didn't push me away, but she didn't let me get any closer.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's not appropriate.
She pulled out the pepper spray.
Did her mood seem to change after that? I mean, it sounds like you guys were happy-go-lucky, and then after the kiss, did things go downhill, or were you guys able to recover?
The vibe definitely did change a little bit, but we kind of got back into having a good time. When I said goodbye, it was like, we definitely need to do this again, and she was like, for sure. She seemed into it.
All right, and how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
I've called 3 times. She never answers the phone. She'll only respond to my text, but it's always one-liners, can't talk, too busy.
All right, and that's probably different from how she was texting you before you went out, right?
Totally, and that's what's confusing me is that it's not only different than that, but it doesn't represent how the date went. I feel like something's up, and I don't know what.
There's nothing you're leaving out, like you started cussing in front of the kids, or...
No, I told you everything.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Cool, man, thanks.
All right, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Will?
Yo.
I think I know why you're not getting a call back.
Okay.
Now, you went on your first date with Angie, and you babysat her brother's kids.
Right.
Her nieces.
Yeah.
I think that Angie lied to you the whole time. I think those are actually her kids.
What? That's too
She
weird,
made an
dude.
elaborate scheme to see how you would interact with her kids the whole time.
This is really a future daddy
Yep.
audition.
And now she's not calling you back because you didn't pass the test. Her kids didn't like you. I picture her sitting to your kids now before he comes over here. Remember, you do not call me mommy. You call me
so
Aunt
weird.
Angie right now. Hey, we've heard weirder things on second date updates before.
That'd be a whole
It's
lot
not out of the
crazy.
realm of possibility. All right, man, we're about to make the phone call. Just to remind everybody, Will did try to kiss Angie while they were making mac and cheese for the 2 little youngsters they were watching on their babysitting date. And she pushed him away and was kind of awkward about the whole thing. And she's been texting him back just saying that she's too busy to get together. So we're about to get her on the phone and see if that is the case or if you did something really wrong to make her not like you. You ready to go, Will?
Ready to go.
All right, man.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Angie, please?
this is her.
Angie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Wait, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Okay, clearly you're not a listener. That's fine. Hey, no worries. We do a radio show. My name is Jubal. I'm also here with Brooke Fox, Jose Bolaños, and Lydia Cruz.
Hey.
Hi.
We're calling you this morning because you recently went out on a date with a listener of ours.
Marked a location.
Do you remember going out with Will?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. Well, Will has been trying to get a hold of you, and apparently you keep texting him back that you're busy.
Yeah.
Are you really busy, or are you blowing him off? That's the question that we want to know.
I am really busy.
Okay, so you would like to go out with Will again?
Well,
There it
You
is,
don't want
Angie.
to. Okay.
Because the thing is even if you're busy, you make time for somebody that you like.
the thing is, I don't want to go out with him again because he did something that made me really uncomfortable after the date.
After the date.
He did text
Okay.
you. I mean, he called you like 3 times, which is a little bit much.
Well, right away, right after the date, he texted me, which is fine, just like had a good time, but he said he forgot his wallet at the house, at my brother's house. And I was like, oh, no problem, whatever. I just called my brother and told him Will was going to stop back and get his wallet.
Yeah.
So my brother told me that
I need a
Will
Mac.
came back to get his wallet. He said, nice to meet you again, blah, blah, we had a great time. By the way, Andy's really uncomfortable and doesn't want to say anything, but she'd really like you to pay her when she babysits your kids.
What? He's like negotiating with your brother over babysitting fees?
Is that true? Is that something that you told him on your date that you wish you got paid
No,
for?
no. First of all, I love spending time with my nieces.
Yeah.
Happy to help my brother out. I work. I don't need to be paid for babysitting. I have my own money. I just like spending time with my nieces. So I'm just like mortified, and I'm telling I told my brother that I didn't put him up to that, but like my brother, now I don't know if my brother believes him or believes me, and like now I feel like such a squeeze. But also the other thing is, Will has been calling me and texting me, but never said one word about this. He's
Wait,
insulting.
that's not
It's like,
true, though. That's a total lie.
Will?
Yeah, Angie, that's Will. He's actually on the other line listening. Will, you were supposed to wait until I called you into the conversation.
I can't wait. All right, she's lying. It's not true.
I'm not lying.
You said that you felt uncomfortable not getting paid, and I wanted you to have the money.
I never, ever said that. I never would say that. I never said that to you.
So you're telling me that you didn't say at dinner, when we were sitting down at dinner, that you would be great if I got paid for this, but I'm not. You didn't say that.
I didn't say it like that. I was joking. I did not say it at all seriously, and I did not say it like that.
Will.
And I did not say it in any way that would give you the right to go talk to my brother about it.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah.
Even if she was serious, you went on one date with her. Why do you think it's your place to hit her brother up like that?
I was trying to do what was right for her. I was trying to have her stand up for herself.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You
but-
took money from
You
her
don't even know
family.
me at all.
Yeah, but it's one date, Will. Like, maybe if you guys have been together for a while and you actually knew the family and you thought her brother was treating her wrong, you could be like, hey, dude, you should probably give her some money for that. But one date?
Will, how much money do you have from her brother?
It was $30.
$30.
Were you planning on giving it to her at least?
I was going to use it for the second date.
Oh.
You're an idiot. What was
I'm
going
an
through your
idiot?
mind? Like, why do you
idiot.
think that would be okay?
Well, I'm an idiot. You're an idiot for babysitting for free.
Oh.
You're giving your time away.
You don't know anything about my life. I told you a million times that I just like spending time with my nieces.
You also told me that you wanted to get paid.
I did not tell you that I wanted to get paid.
You gotta, I guess, Will, are you not good at picking up on sarcasm? Because maybe Angie was just joking and you took it a little bit too far.
Look, I'm not the bad guy here, okay? I'm not the bad guy. I was trying to do something good for her. I was trying to have her stand up for herself. She's making it sound like she wasn't complaining about it. She was complaining about it.
Even so, why would you want to put yourself in the middle of family drama if that were true?
Ask for what you
We had
want.
no family drama. We had no family drama until you got involved. So that's 100% of the reason why I didn't want to return
Wow.
any of your calls. My brother and I were just fine. If you can't take, like, a sweet, normal conversation that we were having over dinner in front of my nieces, why would I talk about that in front of my nieces? I remember saying to you, life would be beautiful if all I had to do was just, like, hang out with my nieces, and if this could be my job instead of always having to go to work and being busy all the time.
Yep, sounds like me, Angie. You're complaining about not getting paid. Like, if this could be my job, if I can make money from doing this. Angie, I'm about to call your brother right now and say, hey, dude, step up and pay your sister.
That's ridiculous.
I can't believe your brother didn't punch him in the face.
What?
I know, right?
God, we're talking about $30. You know, we're arguing over $30. I did it for her. I wanted to get it for her.
$30 that you took from my brother that you still have.
Good point.
That is true, Will. You still have the money.
You guys don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
I guess not.
I
But
think you're disgusting. Like, I'm just even more don't ever want to see you again.
Whoa!
I guess that leads me to my next question. Angie, would you like to go out on a second date with Will? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
That was a quick answer.
He
You sure you don't?
He can take that $30 that he got from my family and use it to take some other girl out on some cheap date before he gets involved with her family.
You sure you don't want to think about it, Angie? You answered the question.
No.
Okay. All right. Will, would you be interested in going out with Angie again?
Not if she lies like this.
All right. So no second date, I guess.
Yeah.
Will, next time you go out on a date, try not to get involved in some sort of family argument right away.
Whatever, man. I was just trying to help her.
Hey, but Will, I do have trouble standing up for myself. In my next contract negotiations here at the station, would you mind stepping in for me? Maybe you give me an extra $30 out of the deal.
It's funny.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I met you in the summer.
We're gonna need some glass.
Are you looking for the thrill of your life? With Zadart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company, you can book a Lamborghini, Ferrari, and more. Visit Zadart.com, ZADART.com to book your exotic car ride.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, dating is a lot like shopping at the grocery store for a grapefruit.
What?
You can either sift through all the grapefruits to try to find that perfect one, you know, or you can take the easy way and just grab one of the ones on the outside that's been kicked around a little bit. It's a little damaged. It's a lot easier just to go for one of those grapefruits, you know. Sure, it might have some bugs and some bruises, but it's still a grapefruit. And that's what Huxley did today. Huxley's a man after my own heart and decided to go after the damaged grapefruit.
Still working on this analogy.
Hey, Huxley, what's the grapefruit's name?
The grapefruit's name, she's an actual woman. Her name's Alicia.
Alicia, all right. Tell us a little bit about Alicia.
So Alicia and I go like way back. We were good friends in college, and I was always like that guy that had a crush on her.
Okay, wait. So you're the damaged grapefruit, or she's the damaged grapefruit?
Well, I guess in this scenario, we're both damaged grapefruits.
A couple of damaged grapefruits trying to go out and have a good time.
Yeah, I always had a crush on Alicia. She's always been like the most attractive girl, so she, of course, always had a boyfriend. And every single time that something would happen with her and her boyfriend, I was always the guy that was there for her.
Oh. Well, you were trying to position yourself, right?
Well, no, I did have a crush on her, but I swear, Brooke, there was no like agenda. I'm a really good grapefruit. I'm one of the ones on the inside. So anyway, cut to present day. I see over Facebook that she got a divorce recently, and thought maybe like a potential opening.
Yep, you saw that she'd been divorced, and you're like, just damaged enough now that I could probably date her.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I thought about some of the good times we had in college and figured why not reach out. I did see like a little bit of an opening that maybe something could develop. Like, she's single, I'm single. There's really no reason why not.
And you guys had kind of dropped off in terms of your friendship post-college.
Yeah, she got married pretty early on, and then I left and moved like a couple hundred miles away. I mean, keeping in touch today, but back then it wasn't like that easy, I guess. So yeah, we kind of fell out of touch with each other. And I decided, to reach out, and then to my surprise, reached back out to me after I messaged her over Facebook.
Did you proposition this as a date?
No, well, I just kind of like shared my condolences, on her divorce. That's never easy, and we started to like chit chat back and forth. And eventually, I did ask her to maybe we should meet up for drinks. She thought that was a good idea.
Okay, but do you know, did she consider it a date when you guys went out?
I didn't cross that boundary because I didn't know how fresh the divorce was, and I didn't know she would be kind of turned off if I asked her on a formal date.
You should have just sent her a message on Facebook that simply said breakup sex with a question.
I don't know if that would have worked.
Yeah, keep that in mind for next time, all right? So, did you guys actually get together?
We met at a bar, and when my car walked through the door, it was like a total flashback to college, and like a lot of feelings were immediately felt by me. She did not age at all. I was like smitten, I guess. I don't know. I was like taken aback. It was cool. Like, it was a cool moment.
Yeah. So how did drinks go?
It was good. We had a couple of drinks. We caught up, and then she kind of opened up to me about her marriage, and because I knew the guy, and actually, like, her vulnerability allowed me to open up about my divorce that I had too.
So how did everything end with you guys?
Well, I mean, we were, had another drink, and we decided to call it a night, and on my way out the door, I still was venting a little bit about my breakup, which was nothing like hers. My marriage only lasted like a year, and that ended like 7 years ago, which it's not even on my radar. I don't even know why I said this next thing, but while we were walking out the door, I admitted that the last 6 months of my marriage, we didn't even like have sex at all.
Okay.
Right when I said it, it was like word vomit.
You feel like that was too much information for her?
Yeah. She played it real cool, and she was real nice about everything, but it's like one of those moments where you like speak too much, and now like you can't take those words back. And I felt like maybe that's the reason why she hasn't called or texted me back, because it was a good date other than that.
Okay, but did she know it was a date?
Yeah, it doesn't sound
It
like
doesn't
a date.
sound like it, yeah.
Well, for me, it was a date. It was nice. And, I did ask her, like I said while we were leaving, that we should hang out again as like a formal date invitation, So.
You said, quote, as a formal date invitation.
No, I'm not. I'm a grapefruit, not a robot. I said, like, we should hang out again. This was fun.
Again, that doesn't sound like a date.
Well, like, the way I said it, though, was like, there was, like, a vibe. I was sending some signals out that it was, like, more than just friends.
Okay. So, and what did she say to that?
She said, yeah, and she was, like, enthused, and it was cool, and that was the last I heard of Alicia, Like, I reached out to her again on Facebook to try to put some dates on the calendar so we could go out, and then I haven't heard from her. And on Facebook, you can see when they've seen your message, and I know she's seen the messages, which is...
Have you sent her a message in all caps saying, I know you're seeing these, answer? I'm teaching you a lot of good tools here, Huxley.
I like that advice.
Yeah, you're laying down some good stuff. I am ready to go.
We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Huxley, I think this second date update is going to work out for you.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Well, because the girl you want to call, she just went through a divorce. You went through a divorce. I think once you guys talk it out, you both will realize you don't have many options. And at the end of the second date, she will agree to go out with you again because, hey, why not? No. That's what I'm thinking.
That's really nice of you. I like that, Jubal. Thank you.
Yeah.
Put me on. That's nice.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Huxley is on the phone. He wants to call a girl named Alicia. They actually have known each other since college. They kind of fell off a little bit after college. But he always had a crush on her. She always had a boyfriend. Then she got married. He recently saw on Facebook that she was divorced, and they started chatting, and he said, hey, we should go out and talk and hang out. They did, but now she's not responding to him. And maybe, have you thought about this, Huxley? Maybe your date was so bad that she went back into the arms of her ex.
Oh, no!
Second date update is doing wonders for my confidence.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sounds
No
like it.
problem, man. All right, I'll dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Yo, did you heard that? I think someone's out.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yeah, this is Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. This is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I can hear you too.
What?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. It means we're doing our job.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to call you today to ask you about a guy that you recently went on a date with.
What?
We do a segment on our radio show called the Second Date Update. That's basically where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
Oh, okay. That's fun, I guess.
It is kind of
way
fun.
to
I
put
like it. And the guy that emailed us about you, his name is Huxley.
Huxley?
Huxley, yeah. Do you know a lot of Huxleys? I feel like that's not a very common name.
No, I only know one Huxley.
And have you gone out with Huxley lately?
Yes, I did hang out with him recently.
Okay. Good. We've got the right person on the phone then. Well, Huxley is wondering why you won't answer any of his Facebook messages or phone calls or anything after you guys hung out.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know why I haven't called him back.
Yes, you
have to
do.
know why you haven't called him back. There's got to be a reason.
I don't know if I should talk about it.
Why not? He's the one that's asking.
I mean, this is a radio station.
Yeah, but I mean, he contacted us to get a hold of you because you won't tell him, and so he's confused. Is there anything that you can tell us?
I mean, we used to be really good friends in college.
Come on, you gotta give this man something. He has been crushing on you hard for a really long time.
He has?
Yeah. He says he's had a crush on you since college, and you always had a boyfriend, so he could never ask you out. And then he saw that you were recently single, so he decided to take the chance, and you guys actually went out. And now he wants to see you again, but apparently you're not calling him back.
I mean, it's really flattering, but I don't think I'm going to go out with him again.
Oh, but you should have heard the way he described you and your beautiful smile and how lovely you are and what a good person you are.
Super cute.
I know. I mean, he is a really nice guy. I mean, Huxley is great.
Okay, so if you like him so much and he's a really great guy, why not give him the respect of at least letting him know why you don't want to go out with him again?
Okay, fine. I just don't want to date a guy who's been divorced.
Wait.
What?
You don't want to date a guy who's been divorced?
No, it's a huge turnoff to me.
Well,
Wait, though.
Huxley told us that you were recently divorced. Is that not true?
That is true. I just don't want to date a guy who's divorced.
Wait, is it because you're just not ready to date yet?
No, I don't want to date a guy with all of that baggage from being divorced. It's a lot to deal with.
But
You
you're
can see how that
divorced.
sounds a little strange, though, right? Like, you're divorced, and you're saying you don't want to date a guy who's divorced?
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's very different.
All right, so even though you've been divorced, you just will not date a dude who's been divorced.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand how hypocritical that sounds, right?
I mean, divorced guys are just always bitter, and they're always talking about how women are going to take their money just like their ex-wife did.
That is a huge stereotype that I don't think holds true.
Those are the guys that I've met.
I know a lot of divorced dudes, and I've never heard one of them say that, actually.
Well, you're not dating them, are you?
No, unfortunately, because a few of them are loaded, and I would love to take their money. Hey, Alicia, it's very interesting reasoning. Thank you for being honest with us and giving us an answer.
Yeah, I just prefer a single guy who is completely unattached. That's just my thing.
Okay. And my thing is surprising people by letting them know that somebody's on the other line when they're listening. And Huxley is actually on the phone and heard this whole conversation and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't understand your reasoning at all. It makes no sense.
It's just my thing. I don't want to date a divorced guy.
But you're divorced.
Yeah, but you're a divorced guy, and I'm a divorced woman, and it's very, very different.
What? I don't think it's very, very different at all.
The difference is I divorced my husband, but you lost your wife. So it's a very different dynamic.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah, I won my divorce. You lost yours. So you have more baggage because you didn't win your divorce.
Are you kidding me?
Board game.
So are you saying, Alicia, that because you're the one that divorced your husband, you have less baggage than Huxley?
Yeah, when we were at the bar, he told me that his wife broke up with him. I mean, I left my ex, so there's a big difference there.
Oh my God.
I did not know that.
Shit, my ex and I split like 7 years ago. It was like an amicable split. She left, but it was completely like amicable. Both sides agreed that it was over.
So it sounds like you're changing your story now, because that's not what you told me at the bar.
What are you talking? I mean, it said she left me, which implied like she left the relationship.
I mean, I would have thought differently if you had left her, but it sounds like you are not the one in the driver's seat.
Alicia, are you just being mean and petty because you're really hurt by your own stuff you're going through?
No, I'm not being mean and petty. I'm telling this guy what I want out of a relationship. How is that being mean and petty?
So you would be better if I divorced my wife.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
This is so weird.
Actually, I would prefer that you weren't divorced at all, but since you were divorced, it is better if you left her instead of the other way around.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I mean, look at it this way. When
Enemies
some people
ahead.
get a dog, some people get a new puppy, and some people like to adopt a rescue. I want a new puppy.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Hey, Alicia, would you like to go out on a second date with Huxley? I probably know the answer, but we will pay for a date if you go out with him again.
You know, I think I made my point pretty clear, but I still would like to be friends with him.
Hey, a little rescue.
Alicia, how can I possibly just be friends with you after all of the stuff you just said about me?
You're damaged. I just don't want that in a relationship, but I am fine working with you through it as a friend. I can't do it in a
I'm not
relationship.
damaged. You're damaged. You're damaged. Like, this is, like, hear yourself. You are damaged. You are the damaged one.
But I'm not as damaged as you because I left my husband.
All right. I'll let you guys argue this out later about who's the more damaged in this situation. Alicia, thank you for your time. Huxley, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date out of this whole thing.
Yeah, thanks.
But you know what I will do for you, Huxley?
What's that?
I'll ask our listeners. Text in at 78592. We have a beautiful rescue on the phone. His name is Huxley. If you'd like to adopt him, text us 78592.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 saying she's right. All divorced
Victory
guys
belongs
have
to us.
baggage.